This video is brought to you by Henrietta Ford.
Lights are gonna go out this time into flag stand. Your front row, Tyler Nicely and Trent Young. Barry Barnes, what an outstanding front row. Of course, three-time champion with the Summit Racing Equipment American Modified Series. Trent Young in the outside pole. Tyler Nicely, who's been phenomenal, second in points here with us on our series. It don't get better than this.
First and third with the Summit Racing Equipment American Modified Series point standing. It's Trent Young on the outside, Tyler Nicely on the inside. Coming to the green this time by green is out, and it's showtime here at Cedar Speedway. They're side by side as they race off into turn one. It's Nicely on the bottom, Trent Young, and here comes Nick Hoffman and Will Krupp up the inside. Good battle on the early stages. It's Trent Young and Will Krupp. Tyler Nicely slipped up a bit. Nick Hoffman is right there, followed up by Ricky Arms. They're three wide as they roll into turn one.
It's going to be Nick Hoffman. Right around the outside there with Tyler Nicely. Nicely looking for the race lead, but right now the number K19 Will Krupp going to jump to the race lead over Trevor Young. Off of turn number 4, Trent Young in the outside at the line. Give it to Krupp, and the K19 by half a car length, over 81 thousandths of a second. Krupp sustains the lead right around the bottom. Young runs second, Nicely third. Wheel to wheel there for fourth, the number R4, Ricky Arms and Nick Hoffman.
Nick Hoffman going to have to pass some cars here tonight at Cedar Ridge Speedway. He's got three in front of him. Up top, your leader, it's the K19, the JEHG Saddle Intact Machine of Will Krupp showing the way. Trent Young racing in second. He's followed by Tyler Nicely. Ricky Arms dives to the inside of Nick Hoffman as they roll out of turn 4. It's Krupp, your leader. Young in second, Nicely third, Hoffman fourth. Arms racing in fifth, followed up by Austin Holcomb, Eddie Carrier, Paul Miles, Jimmy Payne up on the outside. But down the back stretch now into turn 3. Will Krupp has 4 car lengths on Trent Young. Tyler Nicely up on the high side, racing in third. We've got trouble over in turn 2.
Caution is out, 4 laps in.
Will Krupp rolls it off into 4, heads for the stripe, steps on the gas, and we're back underway.
Will Krupp looking awfully good in the opening first 4 trips of this 6,000 to win 40-lap feature. It's Tyler Nicely jumping to second over Trent Young. Nick Hoffman going to challenge Young there for third. Off of turn number 4, Krupp leads it. Here 5 in, 35 to go. Nicely second, Hoffman third, Young fourth. Then Ricky Arms there in that 5th position. Down the back straightaway, keep an eye on the number 2 and Nick Hoffman. Trying to reel in nicely here. Ricky Arms, Young side by side for the top 4. Ricky Arms on the bottom. Can that R4 work his way to the front at the line? Can Ricky get Young? Nope, Young will hold on to 4th at the line.
Heading down the backstretch, Will Krupp has the lead, has 2 car lengths on Tyler Nicely. Nick Hoffman right there in third, followed by Ricky Arms in the 4th spot. Then it's Trent Young in 5th, the Salt Rock Express, Eddie Carrier Jr. racing in 6th. It's Austin Holcomb in the 7th spot. Looks like Jimmy Payne up on the outside racing in 8th, but up top, it's still Will Krupp, your leader. Tyler Nicely on the outside, run the high line in 2nd. Ricky Arms dives to the inside, tries to make a pass on Nick Hoffman as they roll past the stands. Down the back stretch, it's Will Krupp on top.
Ricky Arms trying to capitalize on Nick Hoffman's mistake. Hoffman was hard into the wall in 3 and 4, managed to get off it quickly, but Ricky Arms trying to get around Hoffman here on the bottom. At the line, it still continues to be the number R4, Ricky Arms leading. And the number K19, Will Krupp showing the way, the number 25 end of Nicely second, Hoffman third, Arms fourth, Trent Young 5th. Off of 4, 10 laps in, 30 laps to go for the K19 of Will Krupp. Here comes the number 2 of Nick Hoffman. Trying to reel in the number 25 and a Nicely. Good battle there for second. Nicely on the top shelf, and Hoffman trying to make some momentum go here on the bottom. Off of 4, Hoffman on the move in car number 2.
Past the stands they race, it is Will Krupp up top, extending that lead a bit as they race down the backstretch. Tyler Nicely racing in 2nd, it's still Nick Hoffman in 3rd. Ricky Arms in 4th, Trent Young 5th, Eddie Carrier Jr. is 6th, Austin Holcomb is 7th, Jimmy Payne is 8th, Paul Miles is 9th, and Mike Harrison is into the top 10, but it is Will Krupp. He is approaching the back markers here as he rolls off into turn 3. Krupp, your leader, Nicely in 2nd, Hoffman in 3rd, Ricky Arms in 4th, and Trent Young your top 5.
Your leader is about to encounter lap traffic here. Down the back straightaway, Will Krupp leads by a 1.3 second lead. Nick Hoffman looking to the inside of Tyler Nicely there off of corner number 4. Ken Hoffman get around Nicely. At the line, Nicely still runs away with 2nd, 6th, $1,000 on the line. Will Krupp holds on to the race lead, that time 1.2 second lead. Nick Hoffman and Tyler Nicely trying to close in on that lead right now. Krupp going to go to the bottom now. He will surrender to the outside as Cole is about to go a lap down. At the line, you look at the difference. Now it's a 1.1 second lead. So every single lap, it's getting shorter and shorter. Now Hoffman going to challenge Nicely there for second. Off of 4 this time. Krupp back to the top. Hoffman on the outside. Nicely goes to the bottom. Wheel to wheel for second. Nick Hoffman has second at the line with 24 laps to go.
Ruben, heavy lap traffic ahead of the K19 of Will Krupp. He's got Brian Shaw, Sean Horseman, and Wade Wenthy 3 wide in front of him. Will Krupp is going to have to slice and dice and wheel and deal his way up through the lap traffic here at the Cedar Ridge Speedway. Will Krupp around Brian Shaw. He's got Wade Wenthy and Sean Horseman in his sights, but he's got Nick Hoffman trying to reel him in the second spot. It's further back to Tyler Nicely, then it's Ricky Arms, further back to Trent Young and Eddie Carrier Jr., then Austin Holcomb and Jimmy Payne, Paul Miles, and Mike Harrison. But up top, it's still Will Krupp splitting Sean Horseman and Wade Wenthy down the backstretch.
Will Krupp got around Horseman here in the number 54, down the front straightaway. Krupp working on Wenthy here. Nick Hoffman going to close in. Now we are 7/10 of a second difference between your leader and second. Nick Hoffman has left the number 25 in nicely in the dust. Brian Shaw going to pull off the racetrack here in the front straightaway. Down the front stretch though. This time 20 laps in, 20 laps to go. And we look at the difference. Oh, now the number K19 of Krupp going to run away to a second lead. The number 2 of Hoffman runs second. Nicely still third, followed by Ricky Arms fourth. Then your top 5, Trent Young. So right now, Nick Hoffman works the top. Krupp is on the bottom. Getting to work on more lap cars here. Will Krupp looking absolutely solid here in this lap traffic as he's wasting 0 time. But now, 6/10 of a second difference between your leader and Nick Hoffman.
Out of turn 4, it's Will Krupp. Your leader, Tate Davenport, makes the left-hand turn into the infield, but his teammate is solo on the front. It's Will Krupp out of turn 2, but Nick Hoffman trying to set the hook and reel in Will Krupp as they race down the backstretch. Krupp over into turn 3 with the lead. He's got trouble over in front of him. Trouble over in turn 4. Will Krupp hard on the binders.
Are out. Will Krupp getting set to lead us here. 18 trips to go. Nick Hoffman picked the outside. Nicely going to get around him here in the inside. Let's see what Nick Hoffman could do in the corners here. Down the back straightaway. Nicely runs away with second. Hoffman back to his outside. Will to wheel for second. They're 2x2x2x2. Outstanding racetrack here tonight. Will Krupp leads. Hoffman second at the line over Nicely.
They sail off into 1 and 2, and it's still Will Krupp, your leader. Nick Hoffman is right there with him in second. Tyler Nicely in third. Ricky Arms in fourth. Trent Young dives to the inside of Ricky Arms, tries to make a move for that 4th spot, but past the stands, it's the K19. Shakespeare up top. Will Krupp with the lead. Nick Hoffman makes a move as they race down the backstretch, tries to get a run as they go down the backstretch. It's still Will Krupp, your leader, but Nick Hoffman is right there into turn 3, heading for 4. It's a Will Krupp. We got a drag race down the front stretch. Will Krupp and Nick Hoffman side by side.
Nick Hoffman sees the outside open. Here comes the number 2 down the back straightaway looking for the race lead. 14 to go this time by. Can Krupp hold off Hoffman? Krupp is running the middle groove. Hoffman on the outside at the line. Krupp is going to hold him off here. And now a caution is out around the racetrack. Will Krupp, 14 trips to go. He leads us. Hoffman picked the inside on the restart this time by. Very interesting move there by the 2. Down the back straightaway. It's going to be Krupp. And caution is going to fly. Hoffman picked the outside this time. Very interesting move. He's been to the bottom. He's been to the top. He's back to the top. So let's see what he can do here in car number 2 as we go back to green. Will Krupp leads us. Down the back straightaway nicely on the bottom. Hoffman with a good run in the exit of turn number 2. He'll jump to second. So Krupp leads us on the back stretch. Off of 4. He'll continue to show the way. 13 to go, Barry.
Past the stands, it's Will Krupp, and we've got trouble over in turn 4. Right in his tracks. They're looking for the green this time by. And we've got mayhem over in turn 4.
14 laps to go. Will Krupp leads us. We're back underway. Hoffman going to run to second down the back straightaway. Nicely third. Ricky Arms fourth. Eddie Carrier Jr. into the top 5 after he started 9th. Here comes the number 13, the Salt Rock Express on the move. Meanwhile, Krepp continues to show the way. Here comes the thrill from Mooresville. Nick Hoffman, Ricky Arms going to get around Tyler nicely. That's for 3rd.
Past the stands, a race. It is Will Krupp up top. Nick Hoffman racing in 2nd. Tyler nicely trying to hold down the 3rd spot. Ricky Arms applying pressure to Tyler nicely for 3rd. It's Eddie Carrier Jr. racing in 5th, followed up by Jimmy Payne and K.C. Burdett up top. Still Will Krupp now has 5 car lengths on Nick Hoffman. Tyler nicely still holding on to 3rd. It's Ricky Arms in 4th, further back to Eddie Carrier Jr. in 5th, and Jimmy Payne in 6th. But past the stands, it's still Will Krupp, your leader. Nick Hoffman has got to do better as time is ticking away and laps are winding down here at Cedar Ridge Speedway. Nick Hoffman up on the wheel trying to gather back in the K19, but the K19 has given them the slip and he's trying to hold off all the rest.
9 laps to go at the line. The battle for 30, good one. Ricky Arms trying to get around the 25, and a Tyler nicely wheel to wheel there for 3rd down the back straightaway. Eddie Carrier Jr. still runs in 5th. Off of 4, Krupp leads by 2nd off of turn number 4. Hoffman still 2nd, battle for 3rd. Give it a nicely at the line. As we look at the difference, only 9/10 of a second difference that time. Off of 4, Ricky Arms still trying to get around nicely there for the 3rd position, but Will Krupp running away with this one. Is 7 to go.
Will Krupp's got the lap car of Hunt Gossam in his sights. He's around the 99 safely as he races down the back stretch. Nick Hoffman still in 2nd, battle for 3rd. It's Ricky Arms and Tyler nicely. The 99 of Hunt Gossam makes the left-hand turn into the infield. We've got 5 to go here at Cedar Ridge Speedway. Will Krupp has the lead. Nick Hoffman trying to set him up. It's still Krupp, your leader, but Nick Hoffman is closing the gap.
Here comes the number 2 of Hoffman on the outside, closing in. 5 laps to go. Hoffman digging down low in the moisture down there at the Cedar Ridge Speedway. The number 54 is Sean Hortzman about to go a lap down. Let's see if this affects anything. Off of 4, Hoffman going to close in. Off of 4 this time. Krupp sustains it. But man, the real estate that he had on him has disappeared. Only 0.5 of a second lead for Krupp that time in the line. Here comes the thrill from Mooresville. Nick Hoffman.
Off they race into turn 3. Krupp still your leader, but Nick Hoffman is turning up the heat on Shakespeare. Will Krupp in the turn 1 they go. It's Will Krupp, your leader. Nick Hoffman in 2nd, doing all that he can. Is it going to be enough? It's Will Krupp, your leader. Nick Hoffman is all out in the 2nd spot, side by side for 3rd. It's nicely in Arms. Will Krupp up top. The 24H of Mike Harrison slows on the front stretch. Time ticking away, laps winding down. Bring us home, Ruben.
Off of 4, Will Krupp searching for his first ever Hell Tour victory. Hoffman knocking on the outside. Down the front straightaway, wave of the white flag. 1 to go for the K19 as he leads at all lap traffic on the bottom. Hoffman trying to close in on the outside, but how about it for the Mount Carmel, Illinois racer? For the first time ever, he will win with the Dirt Car Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals. $6,000 richer for Krupp.